Welcome back to the vlog, my people. We have just pulled up to Box Park, Wembley. There's only one reason, it's because we're running with Nove. We're starting the week good, and I'm doing 12k today, so 6k with Nove, 6k by myself, so it's going to be an interesting one. How are you, Deji?
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
Why? What's going on?
I picked up an injury on Saturday, but I'm just testing my legs out, trying to get back to it basically, but we're still grinding. We're still grinding.
We're still
big
out
half
here.
next month, so we out here.
Yeah, I hear it. I've got 12k today. So let's see how that goes. Should be fun. Listen to this, yeah. The guy that brought me into running, he's got two famous now, he never comes to Nove, and look at him creeping in the background. Love it. How's your sub 50 training going?
Yeah, man, it's going. Thank you.
Yeah?
Much fun with the plan, man.
Thank you.
Nice.
I can do, really.
I'll be real.
Go on.
I feel like you could have done it at this last event anyway.
Yeah, I probably could have, man, but
So I'm not worried.
Enjoy the daylight.
but this one I'm doing properly now. I took time to rest.
Yeah.
I'm doing mobility training now as well. So I'm
love it.
Guys, enjoy the daylight.
balancing gym with running now as well. So
Do you know what? That's what I've started as well.
yeah.
I've been slacking on strength training.
Yeah.
I've brought that back in, so
I never used to do that.
nah, it's all good. Bro, how are you feeling after the 26?
Oh, I'm feeling amazing, you know.
Yeah?
For the camera. Off camera, I told you that my legs were still hurting.
I'm not gonna lie, my legs are kind of hurting a little bit as well.
They're still a bit sore.
No, but you're gonna join me for an extra couple K, right?
I've got 7k today. The
Oh, so-
only issue is, as with every week,
Yeah.
you finish, you get socialised, and then you're like, oh, fuck it.
Nah, but you can't do that today. We're on business.
I'll be on business.
Yeah, we're standing on business
But we're still
today.
doing socialising.
We'll do a little bit of socialising.
We've got empty today.
Yeah, I hear it.
I believe you're okay, man.
Yeah, so that's fine. You can join me for one. Okay, it is Thursday today, and we are on the way to track as usual, business as usual. We're heading down to a track session to put in a track session. Fuck, what's going on with me? It is Thursday today, and you know what that means. It is track day, so we are heading over to Paddington Rec to meet up with Track Mafia to do our standard, as usual, track session. So it should be good. I'm excited. I'll get to how I'm feeling about track today in a little while. So this week so far, because obviously the last clip I was at Nove, I ran 6k with Nove, and then I did an additional 3k and took it up to 9k. Now on my runner plan I did actually have 12 kilometers, but the thing is my legs were just cooked, and sometimes like when I'm doing these easy runs for the first 3-4k, it's like I'm tired, and then as time goes on, like I just ease up and I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever, I'll finish the mileage, and I'm not feeling the type of way about it. But it just wasn't easing up, and I was just really fatigued and really tired. And obviously, I mean, only 2 days prior I'd done a 26k, so I decided I'm going to call it at 9, and because I knew I can just make it up, it's 3k easy miles, I knew I can make it up. So what I did is on Tuesday, when I went to the gym, I done 3k on the treadmill, got that done, and then finished off those, and then obviously I did my leg session. And then on Wednesday I went to yoga, got my yoga session in, got my recovery in. So the week is going quite good, and we're on progress, we're on target and progress with everything that we're doing. So things are good. Going to track today. Now, looking forward to it. My legs at the moment, they feel okay, so I'm feeling like I can give it my all. The one thing which is like, I find it really difficult, and at the moment I think it's like the hardest thing, is fueling. So last few weeks, so not last week but the weeks before, I was eating so much that when I got to track my belly was just heavy, and I just felt so sluggish because I felt like I just had so much food inside of me, and even when I was running around I was feeling sick. But last week I felt like I got it perfect. I had all of my food, and I had like a big meal at like 3 o'clock. That's when I took my lunch, and then when it came round to track I just felt fine. I felt ready to glide round. I did the same thing today, but I am like starving right now. I had some Rice Krispie bite things that we get from Sainsbury's. I had that before we left, and And even then with that, like, I'm not feeling like I'm still got a bit of hunger there. So I think the hardest thing at the moment with these track sessions in the evening is that I'm like, yeah, just really hungry, and I just don't know how to, you know, overcome it. So yeah, that is I would say the tough thing right now. So just trying to find out how to balance that and how to get that right is what I need to sort of work on. But we're gonna go to track, we're gonna give it our best effort. Hopefully we should be fine. I'm not completely starving, so yeah, we're just gonna go, we're gonna get the work done. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, so obviously I'm raising money for the Roald Dahl Children's Charity, and I did a pop-up run, and I've been trying to fundraise through my socials and stuff like that, and I want to do more events where I could raise money, and I talked about planning it and getting it done. So here we are, we've got one in the works, right? So I want to do a yoga session or recovery session and sort of like sell tickets for it. No one really does much focused around recovery. Everything is always running, right? So I thought, you know what, let me try and do it. The place that I've been going to yoga, I've reached out to them. I'm just kind of waiting to hear back on whether they think it's a good idea. I've had an inkling that it could work from people who obviously like the yoga instructors and stuff like that. So I have an inkling it could work and it could go ahead. So if that goes ahead, that will be cool. I can just find a nice time, date, and you know, get the Eventbrite set up, and then hopefully we can sell the tickets and people can come through. So that's one thing. The second thing is, there's a really cool taco place that was actually opened up in like North London. They've also now opened another location like in Central, and the distance is 6 miles. Now I know these guys because I've got a bit of a relationship with them, and honestly I don't know why I haven't thought to reach out to them previously, but we've reached out, and there is a chance of doing a community run and them sponsoring obviously and donating towards the cause. So those are the two things we're working on. The issue with the run and the hard part with the run is when you've got like training and you're training for a run, obviously you've got certain distances to do, and you know, at the moment all my long runs are like 30k, so to do like a 10k long run is not really going to help me. And then I don't like doing 10k and then stopping and then later on going and doing another 20. It just doesn't work. So trying to figure out when to do it. Next week is a deload week for me, and I've got to run 15k. So if I do 10k and then do 5k like in the afternoon or something after, I'm not really too fussed about that. That's something that I can live with. But it's also in 10 days time, so less than 10 days time. So the turnaround is going to have to be quick, which also then means, will there be enough people who show up, etc., etc., because you're giving people less notice. And with this, obviously the number of people who show up isn't necessarily a big thing, because obviously Taco House, they're gonna sponsor and they're gonna donate anyway, but obviously if there's more people it would just be better, and it would just make a more rounded event, if that makes sense, you know, and probably a bit more enjoyable for everyone. I also do want to try and arrange something to give away, which again, because it's in a small window of time, takes more time to organize, right? So yeah, that's where we're at on the fundraising side of things. As much as I'm always on here talking about my training, talking about my running and stuff like that, fundraising, raising money for charity, that is like a really big part of why I run and what I am doing. So as much as I'm focused on training, because running has become something I enjoy it. I enjoy running, I enjoy the training. Even when things are difficult, I like to try and overcome it and find what works for me to work through it. But the fundraising is also something that I am really passionate about as well, and like I want to maintain and keep doing, if that makes sense. So like even now, like I'm obviously not going to reveal anything just yet until I've got it all confirmed, but I'm already looking at next year, charities I'm working with, runs and races I'm going to do, and who I'm fundraising for, etc. So that's still in the pipeline. So like even though I'm focused on this, I am also like focusing, okay, what is going to be next as well. One thing I can confirm is that it's very unlikely. Now the thing is, I say unlikely, but anything can happen and anything can change at any moment. But right now, it feels like it's very unlikely that I will be doing I'll be doing a run in spring. Now, the runs really which kind of like, I guess, entice me for springtime is obviously London, Paris, Boston and Tokyo. Tokyo is during Ramadan, so I'm not doing that. Boston, obviously I'm not running a sub 3, so I can't even qualify for that, so that's gone. Leaves London and Paris. And there is a part of me that only wants to run London next when I do a project or a fundraising project, which I have in mind. So that kind of like half cancels that. And then obviously Paris would be cool too, but I think if I did go and run Paris, it'd be more for vibes and not to like run a time. And also if I do have big races that I've got planned later on in the calendar year, it might be best to save the money on the travel down to Paris and put that money into obviously the race I'm going to do later in the year, which will probably be more expensive to do because those destinations are further as well. Like they're not in Europe, they're going to be outside of Europe. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's where we're at. I've just arrived to Paddington Rec. So yeah, man, let's get this training session in, and yeah, I'll check in with you either during the training, after the training at some point. And yeah, we'll see we will see how things go. Wow. Yes, I haven't checked in since track, but I'm out on my long run. I'm 8k in, and I thought, you know what, we're just taking a break, so I thought why not just check in and see how we are. As you can probably tell, I'm at my favourite park, Battersea Park. We've done one loop. I've got another 2 loops to do, and then we're running back to Regents and then 2 loops of Regents. We've got 30k on the card today. I feel like there's a lot to update you with, so I'll probably do a bigger debrief a little bit later on in the vlog. But basically, sleep has not been good. Food has been kind of mid. I would say food's not been too bad, but definitely been feeling very hungry in the last few days. Feel like even though I'm eating like big meals and trying to eat as much as I can, I'm always left hungry, which is probably just due to the amount of mileage I'm doing. Like after this run, I'll probably be on like 60k for the week, which is like absolutely insane. I've not run that distance in a week before. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm just gonna grind through. I'm come out today with one of my friends. Her name's Ifra, and yeah, we're just getting it done. She's also running Berlin as well, so yeah, man, just gonna grind it out, and yeah, I'll probably check in after the run or maybe when I'm back home. But yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. We are here. It is actually Tuesday, so that long run, or the clip from my long run that I have got, the one clip, was on Saturday. This video or vlog is more of a yapper. I've not really recorded much of my training this week, or like me actually training. It's just, things have just been a bit hectic. I've been quite fatigued. I just feel really tired. And then obviously coming on the camera and talking has been a bit difficult. So I've just been really focused and locked in and just getting everything done and getting the workouts in, getting everything done. But I would say it was overall, the week was really good. Yeah, so we had, if we recap, track was a really good session. I ran really well, was really happy with everything. Was there much? There wasn't much of a change in the workout this week. It was just a little bit longer, but yeah, felt really strong, got it done. Following on from that, we did obviously morning miles with Track Smith in the morning. Again, it was just 6k, easy breezy, felt really good. That was fantastic. Then Saturday was the monster one, and that was basically the long run, and it was 30k. And do you know what it was? Basically, it started off really, I feel like it started off tough, and like it just didn't really feel like easing up. I think all the way up to 22k, I felt like I was in the trenches, and we got it done. And I think from 22k, that's where we met up with some friends and we slowed down the pace, but we ran basically the remainder up to 30k. And with the pace slowed down, like I felt okay, but I don't know, it was probably a mix of company and obviously slowing down the pace, because I think originally we were like averaging around 540 to 550, and then after slowing it down, it was probably between 6 to 630 was probably where we slowed down, and we did take a few more breaks after that 22k. But for me, in my head, I just wanted to get the 30k done. I wanted to get the mileage in, and we did that. So again, quite happy. And like I said, for the first 22k, we were, averaging about 540 to 550, which, yeah, for me, I'm happy with for that kind of run. It was meant to be a bit more of an easy run in terms of the pace side of things. We weren't really trying to gun it. So, yeah, that's really, really good. And, yeah, my legs didn't feel too bad afterwards. I've just been focused on recovery. And, yeah, so which has led me into the new week. I didn't really run on Monday. And I haven't really started training this week yet because it is a deload week, so my mileage has been reduced massively to help me recover. And yeah, that's what we're thinking, and that's what we're focusing on. And speaking of recovery and focusing, one thing which I've really been struggling with is sleep. And it's not something consistent. It's only in the last 2 weeks, and it's been for 2-day periods at a time. So I will have literally 2 days of god-awful sleep, and then every other day I'll be fine. And it's always around the weekends, and it's always around my long runs. So it's been a bit frustrating. Someone has recommended basically taking my magnesium 2 hours before bed, because apparently it helps with your sleep and your recovery. And obviously also something like, helps repair your bones and your muscles and stuff. So basically, yeah, I've got some magnesium tablets. I went out and got them. So far I've been taking them. I've had great sleep. But like I said, it's not something that happens to me every night. It would be like 2 nights in a row, and like I said, usually on the weekend. But we're taking these. Hopefully these should help, and I shouldn't have that issue anymore. I'm also now supplementing for vitamin D as well. Just to, again, help with your recovery. It's really good for your bone health and stuff like that. So yeah, supplementing that. And then also I'm supplementing vitamin C just to boost your immune system. I do try to have vitamin C through foods, and I do really, really try to eat well, eat all my veg, eat all my get all my minerals through food. Like, that is something that I always do. Even with protein, I do have protein shakes every now and again, but if I can, I really, really try and push to have protein through actual food, like chicken, beef, lamb, whatever it is. So yeah, really focused on that. But I thought, like with the amount that I'm training and the amount of distance I'm doing, I can feel like my body is fatiguing. And sometimes even just eating and consuming all of the foods and everything like that is tough. So I figured if I am pushing my body to the limits, I can ease up and have a few supplements as well to help. So that's why I've got these. I picked them all up from Holland & Barrett. They had some deal on, I think it was like 3 for 2 or something like that. So I just picked them up this weekend. So I've been on that. So yeah, so in terms of, like I said, great training week. Can't really complain. Next week's a deload week, so that's going to be beautiful. One other thing which I mentioned earlier on in the vlog was working on my next pop-up run event, sort of fundraiser. Fantastic. We have got something confirmed. I've got a collab with a really, really, really cool place. It's somewhere that I've been to many, many times. Big fan of the food. That's the hint that they provide. And yeah, so we are going to be collabing with them. I need to basically finalize the date, and then once I finalize the dates, I can organize all the logistics, and literally as soon as I confirm that date, everything's going to go bang, bang, bang. I'm going to film the promo for the event. I'll draw up the flyer, get everything out. So, and while I do that, again, I'll bring the vlog along with me so you guys can see what I do. As Berlin isn't too far away, we are trying to get things done quickly, and we are working on small turnaround times, but it's all for a fantastic cause. So, we don't mind about that. We don't mind. So yeah, so exciting things to come. The training block is going well. And yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about fundraising, or if you've got a race coming up where you need to fundraise and you need some help or some ideas, by all means, jump in the comments, ask me. I'm happy to help. and give my guidance, give my opinion, give some ideas as well. Because the thing is, so I'm going to running to raise money for charity, and that's something that I'm really like driven by and something I really wanted to do, so that's what I'm doing. But I also want to help other people do it as well, because I think when people talk about races and they talk about maybe getting a charity spot, they are a little bit put off because they do feel like there is a lot of pressure to raise money. And don't get me wrong, it is hard work, but it is also very, very, very doable and achievable. So I want to be able to showcase that to people, that you know what, it isn't actually that hard if you structure it and you do it the right way and you do things properly. So yeah, if I can help anyone and give any advice on fundraising, like, I'm happy to do it and I'm happy to be involved. And yeah, I'm also happy to get involved and come to fundraisers and you know, do whatever I can to assist people. So yeah, if anyone ever has any questions like that about fundraising or anything like that, please definitely reach out. I'll be more than happy to, you know, help where I can, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog now, and essentially I will catch you guys next week. And yeah, you'll probably see more about the next pop-up event and what we're doing and how we're going to get it done. But yeah, I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.